Hello my dear students. So I welcome you again for your language class. So today the topic that we will be talking about, discussing will be modal verbs. Okay. So before we proceed towards the exact thing that is the modal, let us know about the verbs firstly. So what is verb? The action doing words are called verb. Understood? So yes, verbs are also divided into three. The first one is action verbs, where it expresses any kind of action that is done by the subject. Understood? That means it gives a clear indication about the subject. Okay, and the second one that we will be talking about is the linking verbs. Okay, now what is linking verb? Linking verb usually connects the subject with its complement, to its complement. Complement in the sense, what is the subject, what is the sentence talking about. So it is giving a kind of help to the complement of the sentence. Okay, link, that means connect. Okay, now third one is the auxiliary verb. What is auxiliary? Means helping verbs. It gives a help to the sentence. That means the sentence is incomplete without this help. Auxiliary is incomplete without the sentence, and sentence is incomplete without the auxiliary verb. Understood? So, because it shows the tense, it shows whether the sentence that we are talking about is in past, present or the future. Understood? And it is also forming like whether the sentence is being asked is a question or an answer, or is it a negative or a positive sentence. So it gives a vivid description about the particular sentence that we are talking. Okay, the book has provided you with ample examples. You can go through it. First example for the action verb is I gave her a pencil. So what? I gave her a pencil. In this sentence, the word gave is the verb, action, right? So because if you use the sentence I, her, a verb, do you have any meaning? Do you understand anything? No. That means the pencil is being given, right? Similarly, the boys sang. So in this sentence, the word sang is also a verb. Understood? It because it denotes the action. What are the boys doing? They are singing. They are sang. Understood? Okay, now we have to see whether the sentence are in transitive or the intransitive verb. So transitive and intransitive we will be learning in the next chapter. Now next is linking verb. Example of it, see. He looks tired. So who is the subject here? He. Understood? And the word tired is what? It is giving a complement. Understood? That means the word look. That is the verb. Link, it is giving a link. That means how he is looking? He is looking tired. If you say he tired, do you think any sense over here? No. Understood? So he looks tired. That means the person looks really tired. Okay? Yeah. Now the third one is the auxiliary. I said, you can see they have known me for 3 years. So this have known me for 3 years. The word have is your auxiliary, helping verb. Similarly, see, Geeta is eating breakfast. If you say only Geeta eating breakfast, it doesn't make sense, right? See, similarly, they were, yeah, because they have known me for 3 years. That means this have will indicate that this sentence is a present tense sentence. Understood? Now second, Geeta is eating breakfast. That means is eating means present continuous, right? Yeah, similarly they were eating breakfast together. So they were eating breakfast. This is a past continuous sentence. Understood? So that means it gives a knowledge about the sentence, the tense of the sentence, what we were talking about. Okay. Now, let us proceed. I hope these three verbs, category of verbs are clear to you. Now let us move towards the modal verbs. Okay. So what is modal verb? Modal verb is usually, it is used to express the ability. Not only ability, expresses permission, request, understood, and as well as it indicates the possibility as well. Okay, now let us categorize into different. Modal verbs also is categorized into two, that is can and could. may and might. Okay. Now when do we use can and when do we use could? There are sentences, no, when usually you say, can you sing? So how can you could have used, could you sing? That is also possible. Now we have to know when are we using those words. Okay. Now let us talk about the first one is can. When I say I can sing, what do you understand by this? Can you tell me which tense it is? That means this sentence is in present tense. Okay. So I hope you understood that when can is used, you can understand the sentence is in present form. Okay. And when can is used is when you are expressing any kind of ability, possibility, permission as well as rights. I can sing. That means this is my right if I can sing then. Okay. Otherwise perception. What is perception? This hard work and all. And then next is perception statements. Okay. Now these there are many examples given in your book. Again, when we are expressing ability, she can live on milk. You can see all these examples in your page 93. Okay. And then now when is could used? Could is also used in same type of sentences, but it is used when we are talking, when we see the sentences in past tense. The sentence should always be in past tense. It's just the opposite of when you use can. I can sing. I couldn't sing. It's like that. Now could is used with past statements. Understood? And similarly it is also used to indicate the ability which happened in the past. Also it is used as a past tense of can. Whenever there is a past tense of can, when you change this sentence into past, we are using, so past of can is could, no? So that time also we are using could, as well as also it expresses the past time, possibility, polite questions, but everything should be in past tense. It is not used in present. You have to keep this in mind. Now similarly talking about may and might, the same thing. Vice versa of may is might. Okay. Now may is also again used for permission, doubt, uncertainty, possibility, express wishes, fears, purpose, concessions, etc. Now let me make you very clear of when are we using can and when are we using may. So this is a very simple logic is there. Can we are using when there is 100% of surety. Understood? And when there are 50% of chances, possibility. Understood? So that time we are using may. Understood? So both can and may are used in present tense. Similarly, could and might are also used in past tense. Okay. Now there are so many examples. For example, it may rain today. That means this is a natural phenomena. I cannot be sure of it. Understood? So that time this I cannot say that it can rain today. Understood? Because can we are using when there are no certainty. Similarly, it's mentioned over here. You can see may is used when there is doubt, uncertainty. Okay, when you are not clear, that time you are using may. Okay, it may rain today. It might rain today. So similarly, might is also used just as how you have used could in place of may. So opposite of past tense of may is might. So that time also we are using might. Okay, but everything should be in past tense. The sentence that we are using, whenever we use might, we should keep that in mind that it should be in past tense sentences. Okay, so this is all about modal verbs. There are many exercises given in your book, see in your page 95. So please go through this and the answers will be uploaded maybe next tomorrow, or you please try and see for the exercises. Okay children, thank you so much.